Hi guys, so today is Thursday, September the 4th. I'm 37 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and this is going to be a really quick 37-week update because I am completely exhausted. I thought about doing this video all day, and then I thought I'll just leave it for next week, and then I thought, you know what, I'm near the end. I want to do one every week up until the baby's born because I don't have very many left to do. I probably next week, maybe the week after that, and then the baby should be here. So I wanted to kind of keep track of the very end of pregnancy. I've also started doing a bit of daily vlogging. I've got one day in the life video up, which was on Tuesday, so I'll leave that below if you want to go check that out. That's just me doing some, housework and getting our hospital bag ready for when I go into labor. So that was a lot of fun, and today I just started doing kind of mini vlogging, kind of like clips from our day here and there. And it's not going to be like a full day every day. I'm probably going to do like a week in one video, just because I want to have the memory of, the last few weeks, the last few days, right up until I go into labor, of it just being the three of us, and, my quality time with Madison, and my quality time with Zachary, and my alone time, and, everything that I'm doing nesting wise. So, that's what I've been up to since I have been home. This is my first week home from work, and it's going great. I have been obsessed with cleaning and getting the house ready for the baby. Zachary just set up our bassinet last night, and it's right there. It's super cute. My sister gave it to us. She used it for when she had her baby back in January, and we're just going to use it for a couple of months until we decide we're ready to get a crib. I'm already out of breath just talking. So I had 3 doctor's appointments yesterday, and all of them went really well. Just the normal OB appointment where I check my weight and my blood pressure and my fundal height and everything. Everything is good, perfect, exactly where it should be. Blood pressure is good. My fundal height is 34 centimeters, which means baby is dropping and getting ready for delivery, which I'm super excited about. At first I was like, isn't my fundal height supposed to equal the amount of weeks that I am pregnant? And she's like, actually I didn't really say anything to her. In my mind, I was thinking, shouldn't it be the same amount of weeks? And then I thought, well, if I say anything, she's probably just going to say baby's dropping. So, not really concerned about that. I'm actually really happy because last week it was 35 centimeters, this week it's 34. That means baby's just dropping and getting ready for delivery. So I'm not complaining about that at all. And she didn't seem to be concerned, so I am completely okay with that. My weight is actually dropping as well. I have lost 1 pound since last week. Throughout this entire pregnancy, I have gained 12 pounds in total. And I watched my 27-week update this morning and realized that since I've had diabetes, my weight has basically stayed the same. It's been completely maintained. I haven't lost weight. I haven't gained weight. Since 27 weeks, I have only gained 12 pounds. So I am okay with that as well. As long as the baby keeps growing and as long as the baby is healthy, then, I'm totally fine with that. I was discharged from the diabetes clinic. So that was my last appointment that I went to yesterday, and my doctor was totally pleased with my numbers, pleased with how things have been going, and he said, if your numbers have been maintained and your insulin is at a good level, then we honestly don't need to see you until after delivery. So he discharged me. I no longer have to go see him. I do, however, have to take another glucose tolerance test after the delivery. So like 6 weeks to 6 months after the baby's born, I have to do another glucose test just to make sure that diabetes isn't still an issue outside of pregnancy. So that's kind of a bummer to think that that could actually happen, but I'm very hopeful that, you know, diabetes is only during pregnancy, because I don't know if I could live like this. Gestational diabetes is kind of tough. So I've been at it for 10 weeks already, and it's taken a lot out of me, and it's super frustrating. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm new to it. If I had to live with it, I probably could, but I don't know, I just can't see myself. You know, props to those who do have diabetes and have to live with it every single day of their life. It's not easy at all. So what else was there? I also had a second NST, and that went really well. Baby actually moved around this time and gave us some good acceleration in their heart rate. And the heart rate was actually a little bit higher than it was in the morning. When I went to my OB, it was out in the 130s, and then when I went for my NST, it was in the 150s. So the nurse who was looking after me during my NST, though, she didn't seem concerned about anything. She said the strip looked really, really good, and then I have to go back again next Wednesday. So I am done with appointments until next week, until my 38 weeks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a fairly uneventful week. There are a couple of things that I have to mention, though, that I have been meaning to mention in previous updates and in previous videos that I just completely forgot about. I have been feeling more frequent, more stronger contractions. I have been feeling Braxton Hicks probably since about 16 weeks or so throughout this pregnancy, and in the past week, the past 10 days or so, they have been getting more frequent and more strong. And actually, just in the last 2 days, I have been feeling a little bit of cramping, and that's completely normal at the end of pregnancy. It's not really a sign of early labor or anything, but it's just my body getting ready for labor. So she said that, my doctor, my OB, said that it could be a sign of things to come. So we're hoping that I'm going to go into labor naturally on my own in the next couple of weeks, so that I don't have to be induced, because an induction will happen, I think she said Friday or Monday before my due date. So that's like the 20th, around there. I'm not quite sure of the dates, but my due date is Tuesday, September the 23rd, and yeah, she said the Friday or the Monday before we will induce. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been feeling tons of frequent, stronger Braxton Hicks, feeling a little bit of cramping here and there. It's actually very mild. It's even more mild than period cramps. So, I have also been feeling tons of lower backache, so I am getting ready for labor, thank goodness. My hips are hurting like crazy, especially if I've been walking a lot or standing. Even just cleaning the kitchen like I did just now. I was in the kitchen for about half an hour, and my hips are just so sore, so I had to sit down and relax. I think that is it. Yeah, so no early signs of labor just yet, but fingers crossed. Hopefully, my parents are actually out of town until Sunday, so I'm going to try and hold the baby in until then, but I don't think it'll happen at least until 38 weeks. So, got another week to go or so, another week or 2 weeks. I also just did an August haul, so you can go check that out as well. I'll leave that in the links below. Follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting on there as soon as things get going with the labor and everything. And there was something else, but I can't remember. But yeah, that's it. I'll just do a really quick belly shot. So this is 37 weeks.
The belly.
This is the belly.
Baby in the Mommy Dippy.
Yes.
Yee. Hello.
Okay, so nothing much is going to change until I see a significant drop. So the belly's pretty much the same. Yeah, so that's it. This was supposed to be a short video. It's already 10 minutes, but yeah, that's it for now for 37 weeks, and I will be doing a hospital video pretty soon, or a hospital bag video pretty soon, because that is packed and ready to go. There's just a couple of things that I forgot to add into it, and yeah, so we're all set. We're all ready for baby, and it's just a waiting game from here, and I'm home, nesting, getting ready, definitely resting. I'm super tired. That's another symptom. I have been super tired. I had a 3-hour nap yesterday. That is completely not like me at all. I don't remember the last time I had a nap that long. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And, like I said, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click the thumbs up. And I'll see you in my next video.
Don't forget,
Subscribe. Okay, thanks guys. Talk to you later.
See you on 7 Super Girl.